Morning from West Virginia. Actually, I'm in Ohio, St. Clairsville. The plan was, but what do you think about plans? They change, right? In God's world, it can change every second, and that's fine. But yeah, just a beautiful weekend. It's been a godsend for real, with some beautiful people and doing some cool shit, and that's God's world, right? I think it's funny they call it God's country down here because they want to claim it for themselves. I mean, I get it, but funny thing is, wherever you're at, that's God's world. And just being able to show up like that and be authentic and be real. There's just not a lot of limitations in God's world, and definitely God's world doesn't change. We change it. And I always have this story in my head, and like of the disciples were going across the sea and they were going to meet Jesus on the other side after the feeding of the 5,000, and Jesus was like, I'm going to meet you on the other side, right? And so I know in one of the stories it talks about, Jesus walked to the boat, and that's when Peter walked on water, right? But the part I think it's in Matthew, is when Jesus is, it says directly that Jesus saw them and planned to walk by them, right? Like they were in their struggles and they were like having a hard time with the boat, and it was a storm and it was terrible, right? But they called out to him, and he helped them, right? So like, God's plans never changed. Our plans change. Just because we're in a storm, we forget about God sometimes. But if we call out, He will help us. And I call out in thanksgiving. Thank Him for this opportunity to live and do His will, not mine. And that's huge, man. Anyways, love you all. Peace.